Okay, welcome to today's council meeting, Thursday, November 3rd, 2022. Roll call, please.
Mayor Alma Beltran,
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Trinidad Pimentel,
Present.
Councilwoman Diane Maldonado,
Present.
Councilwoman Sabrina Rodriguez,
Present.
Councilwoman Kathy Solorio,
Present.
Treasurer Michelle Lopez.
Present.
Thank you.
Please rise for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, so then we have right now Jeff O'Neill, a presentation, city planner.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of the City Council, the Assistant City Manager. The Deputy City Manager is putting this up on the screen right now.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. That's the screen helpful. Well, it's okay.
We're okay. So we have a brief informational item for council and the public tonight. As you may recall, last August 2021, the City Council approved a commercial development at the southeast corner of Manning and Academy Avenues. It's called the Prodigy Square Development, and it included the facilities that you can generally see up here, which is a gas canopy right at the corner, quick serve restaurant and convenience store just to the east of that, a drive-through regular motor vehicle, passenger vehicle car wash at the southwestern part of the site, and then a truck fueling station kind of in the southeastern portion of the site. After approval of that, which at this point the applicant could build as it was approved by the council last year, the applicant has acquired additional property to the, most specifically to the east of this, and has submitted a site plan, most recently revised concept site plan as of the 22nd of October. And if Bertha can switch to that. So what you were looking at before essentially occupied the western half of what is shown on the screen now. The orientation of the gas canopy and the convenience store at the northwest part of the site were rotated so that they face Manning Avenue now. And this project proposes an additional standalone quick serve restaurant right on the corner of Manning and Academy. The car wash has been moved off of the original project site onto the newly acquired property to the east. And then farther east of that are about 9,000 square feet of lease space, which could be retail or office. That hasn't been determined yet. But that would be basically built at this point as a shell building that would be available for future occupants. And then the entire kind of southern half of the original site that used to have a car wash on it is now dedicated to truck facilities, essentially truck, tractor rig, tractor trailer, and parking, along with the fueling station. So basically the changes are that the truck use has been expanded a bit to include parking facilities as well as fueling. The quick serve restaurant, an additional quick serve, has been added to the intersection of Manning and Academy. The car wash has been moved to the east, and then it includes, like I said, around 9,000 square feet of lease space for future occupants. So we're currently looking at the project under the California Environmental Quality Act, and we'll circulate that document probably sometime in early December. And then we will bring the actual application at a public hearing to the City Council probably early next year, January, for your consideration. And importantly, we're going to process this as a revised conditional use permit. Under the original resolution the council adopted approving the project, it did provide the city planner with a little bit of authority to approve very minor modifications to the site plan. And generally, we would say that that's, it remains on the same property, and it's like less than a 10% change in the size of the project. In this case, there's a second restaurant being added. There's 10,000 extra square feet of space, retail or office space being added. It's onto two different pieces of property than it was before. So it's clearly not exactly the same project as it was before, both in the magnitude and the physical area that it occupies, since it does include new properties now. So we will still process it as a revised conditional use permit, but it is not. It's outside the scope of what we're just allowed to approve at a staff level. So it will be brought back to City Council for your consideration in the next couple of months. That's really all I had to say on it. If there's any questions, I'd be happy to field them.
Any questions from the council?
Okay.
Any from the public? On this? On the project? Did you have a question about the project? No. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, that's public comments at the next one. Okay. Thank you, Jeff.
All right, thank you.
All right, now we move on to public comments. And we have one, Raul Castillo. Is that you?
Good evening, board members and Mayor Beltran. Bear with me, I'm a little nervous here. I normally don't do this, but for those who don't know me, my name is Raul Castillo. The majority of the town knows me as Porter or Coach Porter. I mean, I've been living in Parlier since 1978. I currently reside in Academy. In the county, I couldn't move too far, but I'm coming here to speak about our gymnasium, our basketball gymnasium. I'll tell you a little bit about it. We've been playing basketball since I've been playing since 78, but it's been closed since the summer, and we're trying to get it open to play again. It also gets closed every year, right around November, because they have to decorate or whatever they do, but it gets closed during basketball season. We just want the gym open, but I did realize that there is a lot of people that want the gym open. And remember, I represent a lot of people in Parlier who come and ask me when I go to the football games. They ask me, "Hey, Coach Porter, why is the gym closed?" I go, "I don't know, I'll find out." I hear a lot of rumors, but I don't believe in rumors. I just, I'll look into it, so that's what I'm doing. We're looking into why the gym's been closed. Would like it open, we need it open. And I stress that because I grew up here in the projects here, and that's all we had was basketball here. I know Mr. Pimentel has played in there, his family has played in there. I have a lot of respect for them, that's where I learned how to play basketball myself, And I've been volunteering with Parlier here, I think since I was 14 years old. My first time volunteering was actually Mr. Lucero, he was a teacher. He called me to help him referee a basketball game. Had no clue. But I did it anyway, and I'm glad I did, because afterwards I, build up where I'm at right now. But anyway, I'm going to tell you a little about our recreation department real quick. I'll be real brief, I'm sorry. Adult recreation basketball in Parlier Community Center has been in existence for decades. It initially started under the auspices of the Parlier Recreation Department with leagues that competed. As the years progressed with the dismantling of the recreation department, adults still regularly gathered during the week and weekends to play amongst themselves. This is one of the only sport outlets available for 18 plus adults in Parlier. It was a great, invigorating game among male adults. It was a way to allow themselves a time to decompress after a hard day's work, let off some steam. It provides some exercise, and it was just a time to have fun amongst friends. Some kind of fun, the same kind of fun that they had as kids. I have two buddies of mine who are my age, 56, 57. We still play. We've been playing since we're 12 years old. We're pretty good. Unfortunately, that came to an end on July 3rd when repairs needed to be done to our gym. Paint and repairs on the floor. It's understandable that a time would have to lapse before the group of basketball players could get back on the court. So the group of men waited, patiently waited and waited. Then the flooring was completed. Now, Mr. Michael Avila, he has the key assigned to him voluntarily. My understanding, City of Parlier does not have a recreation department, and we volunteered to open it. And we appreciate that, just so you know, we appreciate that. But Mike Avila referred to him as Chaps. The community knows him as Chaps, and that is Mike Avila who has the key, and he's kind of our go-to guy, or the guy we speak to. He had approached the mayor to ask if we could use the gym. We got the gym approved. We got a key assigned to us. He filled out a key. It's like I said, it's been closed for painting. We waited 2 months. We've asked. We got a different story. I just want to know what the answer is.
Mr. Castillo, we already have it's been 3 minutes and 35 seconds. So what is your request? Because
to open our gym.
yeah, Mr. The one you call Chaps, I communicate with him all the time, and he was fully aware of what was going on with our gym, community center. And staff is the one that's been working on this. I have contacted Sonia several times, and she's going to go over where we're at right now with the community center, because it's not something that we are not wanting to do. It's just something that she has to go through a process because of they removed the basketball rims. So go ahead, Sonia.
So first of all, I do want to tell you that one of the main reasons why we're doing the new indoor basketball courts at our new park is because this community has such a strong desire to play indoor sports. And so that's the reason why we're doing that park. That's the reason why we're doing the indoor out there. But anyhow, with the rims here, we took them off. We've done the flooring. We've done the walls. To put them back on, they're old. Some of them are broken. To put them back on, our staff can't put them back on. They're too heavy. They're not all together. It's too dangerous to put them back on. In order to put them back on, I would have to order some more and have them professionally be put on, which would cost the city $20,000.
Why'd they take them down? With the intentions to put new ones up?
Because we had to take them down when we redid the walls.
So with the intentions to put basketballs up, courts back up is my
So
question.
because we were redoing the walls and the floors, we were redoing the whole center in there. That's why we took it down, because we use it more as a community center.
So,
It's
you
not
answer my-
really-
excuse
have
me,
you
didn't
seen-
really
answer
a
my
basketball
question. Were the
court.
intentions to us not to play no more? That's just a simple
That's
question.
not-
Were you guys gonna put it back up?
We're not
That's
trying
not
to
so.
do that so
Have
you
you
don't play.
seen the community center now?
No, I'm just asking.
Okay.
Were you guys gonna put them back up? That was a simple
Well,
question.
because it's dangerous, and
It's
she
dangerous.
has been
It's
no
looking.
new ones or any. I'm just saying, are you gonna put any basketball courts up at all?
Well, at
She's-
this
that's
time,
what
right,
she
we're
answered your
still
question.
going through it. We're still evaluating the situation.
She
But
has
at this
contacted
time,
other.
You realize
agencies.
it's been closed since July 3rd,
yeah, I
right?
do know.
Does it take that long? It's just a question.
And right now, we're also heading into the holidays. It's not
ready.
going to.
It's done. There's nothing
We're also
about.
heading into basketball season. Just you know, my question is,
Is there an actual team that plays against
my
other
question
teams?
is this: were you guys gonna put new baskets rims up when you took off the
The
old ones?
answer to your question on that, she answered it at the beginning, and she said that is why we're doing the sports facility on Academy.
And
that is the
because they were doing the
purpose-
they were going to put new ones up. That's what I'm saying. Were they?
Okay.
Here, that's my question.
And
Well,
look-
the question is that she can't get that done because it's going to cost $20,000.
No,
Why
no,
were
you're,
you
you're
going to spend?
excuse
And
me.
looking
You're
at the
misunderstanding me. I'm
cost-
asking, when you removed the old ones, were your intentions of putting new ones back up? That was a question. That's just a question.
When we were removing the old ones, the intention was to put something there for you guys to put back up. but we never knew it was going to be that heavy. We never knew it was going to be that dangerous to put something like that back up.
No,
So right now, it's just not possible for me to just go in there and put them back up. It's
So-
not possible.
okay, so then we can't play because there's no baskets in there right now. That's the reason it's holding us, or is there something else besides that?
No,
baskets-
there's no
So
baskets.
could we,
I mean,
I
we
ask if
requested,
you
if you
could
want
we
to go
request
throw,
some,
if
I'm
you
sorry.
want to go out there and dribble, you can.
Yeah, could we put portables in there? Could we play meantime so you guys put new ones? That's what I'm saying. My question was, were your intentions ever to put new ones up when you took the old ones out? You guys never
She
answered that.
answered your question with that, and she said.
Was that a
she-
yes or no?
And the answer was yes, she was trying to. That's why
They're
she
gonna
got.
put new ones up
okay.
here.
Okay, we're not gonna argue anymore.
I'm-
The thing is that, and the sports facility she's working on getting that done.
Yeah, I'm not
And
talking about the
that's-
sports
and
facility. I'm
that-
talking about the community center
right
gym.
now, I
I'm not
want.
gonna make a double expense just because you wanna have something
No, it's not me,
here.
ma'am. It's not you. I represent.
I
excuse
spoke
me. I have
to
to tell-
Chaps, and
excuse
he
me,
said
Mayor,
he had no problem with what's going on.
Well, it's not me though. You just
But
know
I
that.
spoke to him.
Know that I have like 6 pages here of people
Sir,
who want the gym open.
There,
That's what I'm saying. It's not me.
there people never showed up. There was a handful of people that would come
Show up for what?
here to use the gym for
don't think-
basketball. Not that many people
don't
would
think
show
we're-
up.
You obviously don't know. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's not-
We have
we're
like
not
50
gonna-
people come on Thanksgiving Day actually and play.
Okay.
But I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm just like I said.
You know,
I
I just-
think the answer to your question, sir, is that they're still evaluating whether or not
Yeah. We
they're in a position to put those up.
yes, officially with.
We can't answer your question for you because you're not on the agenda. If you want us to put this on the agenda, and we can provide the council with the necessary information to make a decision as to whether or not they're gonna put something like that up, we'll be happy to do that for you. But it won't be until,
Yeah, no, it's obvious. Like that's why I'm saying it's been closed since July 3rd. My question is, from July 3rd to now, there was no chance we could go in there and play.
there's no basketball rims. That's the thing.
We requested to put portables in there, and we were denied. So
Who
I mean,
requested that? I don't remember ever
well, you
coming
wouldn't let
to
me finish the 3
council.
minutes. So I
Did
don't
it
want
come
to take
here?
up all your
It
time.
has
but-
not
Did
come
it come to council?
No.
Because I don't recall it as
yeah,
being on the
I'm just saying,
agenda.
we requested.
Who
to put-
requested that? I
Who
want to know
requested
who.
it?
Yes, who requested it?
We did. We requested.
Who's we? Who
I
requested
reached out.
this?
I reached out to Council Solorio.
you're saying
to no,
Kathy
I
is
reached out to. I reached out to her
Kathy
to ask
requested
for
that.
assistance in the gymnasium.
Is that the day she asked for the credit card?
No, when I reached out
Is
to her,
that the day she asked for the credit
yeah,
card?
I don't want to spend the city's time on nonsense because this is what it is. You know, it shouldn't be an issue. The gym shouldn't be an issue.
because that's what happened that day. She was asking staff to get the credit card so she can make a purchase. It has to come through
But
council.
we've been asking since October 1st
It
for the gym
never
to make
came
open.
through council. Who did you ask?
Okay, Porter, hold on, please. Let's get this clarified. I did not, Kathy was not going to get the credit card. I was told by Sonia, have them give you the credit card. And I said, Sonia said to get the credit card. By the time I turned around, weren't you in back of me, Sonia, and you got it? You signed for it. I never touched it. It wasn't my decision. She told me to get it.
I didn't tell you to get it. I said that I ran up there and said, Kathy,
Okay.
hold on,
right,
hold
see.
on. I got
Th-
it.
th-
I'll
this is
just
the
close.
problem.
I'll
You
just
told
close.
me to
Okay.
get it.
This is the
I'll just
problem
close.
that it created.
But
because
anyway, what's
staff-
happening here is they're trying to accuse me, which it's not true.
I know that.
And I have all the witnesses that were in the
Cameras here.
office that I said, Neil, Sonia sent me to get the credit card to sign for it. I never signed for it. I never touched it. She was in back.
You
She
asked
was the one
Bertha
that
for
got
it.
it. Bertha, I never talked to Bertha. Bertha minded her own business. She saw the price. She went in the office, and that was the end of Bertha. Nothing with Bertha.
I just want to. I'll just close it. I'm going to close already. Just,
Okay, well,
if you allow me, go ahead. Go ahead and finish
I
it.
come in my office, Danny, I was talking to Danny, we were going over timesheets, and you said, Sonia said to get the credit card, I said, I don't have it.
No, Sonia said to go in there to her office.
You came and asked.
But did I say credit card or I say
Can you-
Sonia's
okay.
calling you?
Obviously, we're not going to
Calling you.
get
I wanna
anywhere.
start in that sense. I
The
want
problem
gym
is
open.
that we don't get involved in that. It has to come through council for that kind of decision. We don't direct staff directly, get the
Chief.
credit card, make this purchase without it coming through here. Because we
relating-
don't do that.
We're
And
relating
that's-
to Chaps, okay? Through you and Chaps. Were you not speaking to Chaps on what was going on?
He knows what's going on.
So
I
you were
did
you were
talk to
communicating
him.
with Mike Avila, correct?
Yes, I did talk to him.
Okay. He told me you guys took the RINs down. It wasn't right away. You took them down later. But regardless, I'm just saying we want to go on there and play. So as soon as possible you can.
We
It's not going
are
to happen.
going to get
Well,
that
you know
for
what, Porter? Don't you? Sonia knows she was going to purchase it for $600. I never known that you have to come to console
I
for
would've- I
$600.
would've never came and
They
asked.
get more,
Hit
and they don't go through console. So I don't know.
Council,
But
I just-
Sonia could have told me, Kathy, we have to go through console. Kathy, this. She had to tell me. She's the city manager. She's a boss here, right, Neil? Around these four
The thing-
walls, under this roof.
the
She's
thing-
a head. I'm talking. She's the head here. She's a boss here, not
Jesus.
anybody else. She's the one that
And this
says
is
yes,
how
and
she
she's
gets
the
with
one that
staff.
got it, Neil, not me.
This is how pushy
Okay?
she gets with staff.
That's
exactly
what I'm telling
like
you.
this.
And look what she's using that as an example.
exactly-
That's false.
Hey, excuse, I'm going to get
False.
going. I'm going to leave you guys with some wise words that were put on our swimming pool wall back there. Some of you don't remember, but there was a mural back there in the early 80s, and it had a cross-country runner, had P on there. Parlier was, that movie McFarlane could have been Parlier. But anyway, it had P. We had a lot of pride, had vineyards there, and the wording was very important. It says, Te quiero Parlier. It means I love you, Parlier. And when we serve that way, we can't go wrong. And I think a lot of you guys can use that advice. And I'm not saying about nobody. I support everybody who runs for office, anybody, because this is my town, and I hope they're going intentions to make things better, you know. But bickering, it's not going to do nothing.
Well,
That's
there's
right.
a process.
That's right. And
Our
false
gym has been-
accusations are not good either.
This is exactly what we
Our
deal
gym
with.
has been closed since July, though. That is
Exactly.
a matter of fact. You took the rims down, whoever took them down. Whoever designed to take them
Gotta
down.
take them down. That's
Whoever,
what- that's
whoever's call was to take the rims down was not for us to play, because you don't take the tires off
our
your car and
our
we're gonna have
city
new ones,
manager,
okay?
I'm sorry.
I mean,
She's
all
the
my
one-
respect to everybody, you know, but
She's the one that made sure that
I would have never
the
done this if it was
facility-
gonna cost
She's
the
a city
so-
manager. Listen, Porter, she's the boss here, not nobody else. Her, she's supposed to be running. It's on the brown. It's on every. It's publicized. She is a boss. She
Just
was
know-
doing
just-
what
just-
she was gonna do.
The basketball
But
town,
she
just
was
know
stopped.
that we have a tournament going on for
The
40
problem
years.
is that
It's
the
a
one that
basketball
orders
town.
all our stuff has always been Bertha.
Yeah.
And for her to make Sonia go and get the credit
Hey,
card because
thank you-
she's
thank
being
you for your
pushy
time.
because of
Thank you
this
for your time.
situation.
Like
I'm sorry, I
that
didn't
is
push Bertha to
why
get it.
Yes, that's
Thank
what
you
I
for
was
your time.
told
Thank
by
you for your
all
time,
staff.
guys.
That's exactly what I was told by all staff. All staff.
No.
That is why they're here.
But didn't you tell me to go get the credit? Yes, you
This
told
is-
me.
this is why-
Listen. Didn't you tell me to go get the credit card?
Said we got to go to through Bertha. That's why I
Yes,
said to go to Bertha.
yes.
Okay,
That's why I sent you to Bertha.
okay, to
Because
Bertha to
she-
get it. You
Exactly.
told me, Kathy, go get the credit card, sign for it. And
Why
then
were
you
you
said,
even
when you told me to call
involved?
Bertha, no, if we go
to
into
call
court
Bertha.
and you go under her oath, you're gonna say the truth. You're not gonna perjure. Because I didn't tell her to give me the credit card. She went in her office, and when you told me call Bertha, Bertha came, she looked at the price, she goes 1,600, and she
Kathy.
turned around and went in her office. That was the end of that relationship.
I said I
and then
don't-
I said, all of a sudden, Elma was
Kathy,
here.
I said I don't have a credit card. Bertha has a credit card.
Because she's the one that orders
That's
everything.
the ordering. I don't do
But
the,
why did you go get it instead of not send Bertha? Why did you tell me to tell her if you're saying I did?
that's why I
Now,
said.
why is she saying that I ordered, I wanted it? She's saying that I wanted it. You know that's not true. But is that true?
There was a
Did I want it, or did you tell me?
Who, the staff is
Answer
here.
the question, Sonia. Did I wanted the credit card?
you thought
Was,
that,
what, the staff is
you
here
thought
for
that.
that.
No, answer the question. Stick to my question. Did I
I-
ask you, Sonia, I'm going to go get the credit card? Did I say, Sonia, I'm going to go get the credit card? Did I ever say that?
I said
Did I ever say that?
no.
Okay, you told me about the
Kathy.
credit card, right?
You don't need
I
to
didn't
yell,
have the
Kathy.
credit
No,
card.
I'm talking to
I
her.
told you Bertha had the credit
Okay,
card.
all right then. There it is. It wasn't me. Thank you.
I just
You
said
heard
Bertha
that?
had the credit card.
And you
Bertha
said,
is the
"Go
one who
get
does the
it."
ordering of everything.
Okay, there it is. It's solved right there. You heard it, Neil. And it's a live tape. I didn't get it. I didn't say I was going to get it.
Well,
You
the
heard
staff
it.
is here.
You heard it.
Who asked for the credit card?
You don't get the point.
Yeah, you do. You're a lawyer. You're very smart.
Neil.
She said it right there. I didn't say I'm going to get the credit card. Did I say that?
No, you didn't. tell
Okay,
me
all
that.
right. Then she's saying that I said that I'm going to go get the credit card.
Is this not something that
Anyway,
is
this
discussed?
discussion
Is
was
this
between
not something
her,
that is
me,
discussed
her and
with
I.
the council members and when they're doing the Brown Act, that they know they're not employees, they're not authorized to get the credit card?
Here we go again.
this
I was not
thing-
getting it. She already told you guys. It's live stream. I was not getting
I
it.
do have my staff members that interacted with you.
Okay.
I brought them so that they
When I
interacted with
went
you
up
and they
there,
can
I
say.
said, Sonia told me to sign for the credit card. Those were my exact words, right?
You don't sign though. That's the
But I
problem.
know,
You gotta
but I
understand.
didn't do it. But she sent me to do it.
I didn't, there was a misunderstanding.
There it is, see?
Obviously there was, because I heard you out there trying to get the credit card, and I went running over
And
there.
but what did I say,
and
Sonia?
I stopped you, and I said, Kathy, you can't do that.
Oh, no. You said Sonia. I said Sonia told. I said it out loud to everybody. Sonia told me to get the credit card to sign for it.
We're not getting anywhere, so let's just move
was-
on.
You know that. Oh, but you heard Neil, and it's on live stream. She said no.
Yes.
She never told me all that. There it is.
But just so that doesn't happen again.
So every
So
time we
just
come
so
in
that
here,
doesn't happen again.
Anytime we come in here, I come in here to fix business. It's a problem with Sonia, with Alma. It's always a big problem. We're not allowed to come in here. Only she can, and that's
So
a fact.
what were you going
but
to-
anyway,
I
that's
was
all
gonna
got
say
to
that
say. She
now
was
that the
gonna
credit card came out, I think we're clear that only authorized staff can, and usually the directors, they can get the credit card. So I just
Sonia,
wanted
so
to
don't
make
ever
sure.
send anybody to do that again.
Okay.
That's right.
I'm going to go in another topic. Please give me my 3 minutes, Mayor. The reason that I am here, my name is Humberto Gomez. I reside 8607 South de la Cruz. Every time that I tell you something, Mayor, that I feel that it is illegal, you always mention that the Dolores Huerta Foundation. I had nothing to do with the Dolores Huerta Foundation, so please don't tell me that. So you got something with the Dolores Huerta Foundation, go ahead and call them. I'm very proud that I had worked with Dolores Huerta for over 20 years and Cesar Chavez. I'm very, very proud. That's part of my history. But when I say that I feel that you're doing something illegal, it is because I feel that way. And I got the right to tell you. You might not be doing it, but I got the right to tell you. So please don't tell me that the Huerta Foundation, you want to talk to them, they're there. They can call you, or you can call them, and you can resolve that issue with them. The other thing is that I tell you that you're doing something illegal, like I told you the other time, that by using public facilities, using the staff, using public parks that belong to the city, you are doing something that it will be illegal. But I don't know that, Mayor. See, you are paying for the rent through that your PAC or whatever you can call it. So your attorney is telling you that it is okay. He's your attorney. He's telling you that it's okay to use the staff of the office. He's the attorney. He's telling you that by using the facilities of the city to run your campaign, it's okay, it's legal. He's your attorney. But I had to tell you the way I feel, okay? And the last thing that I want to say on that, on the community center, when we did the community center, Mayor, it was done to do the sports. It was done for the purpose. And it was done through the West Parlier, okay? We were the ones that did it. It was done because of the problems that we used to have in La Colonia and also here in what we used to call the projects. So please don't tell me that because it costs $20,000, you're not going to be able to use that the community center. We spend more money on other issues than $20,000. Thank you.
Thanks for your opinion. Okay, anybody else? Okay, go ahead.
Hi, Senator Trevino, I'm sorry, 13583 East Young. All I want to say, like again, we all have opinions, God forbid, if she's running for mayor, it's going to be a complete joke. You need to stop going around businesses talking. You're a city council, you should respect that. It's, I'm still talking.
How come you interrupt? Shut up.
I talk really loud and like her, and I don't want to be too loud. So anyway, yeah, it's sad. It's a joke. Like Humberto says, Parlier's our town, and this is becoming a complete mess. It's a joke. Facebook, it's a joke, and you know exactly what I'm talking about, and it's sad. And I pray to God that you don't win. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I'm going to rebuttal on that. This girl is one of her favorites. She's talking against me. For one, that's a false accusation. I never go to businesses and talk to them at all.
Shame on you.
Another one is, look at her on Facebook, her attitude. And she's saying that, look, this is a joke right now, this town. And it's a joke right now, and it's not being run under me. So can you imagine if I run it, it'll be run better.
You guys could see my Facebook.
Okay,
I'm under
that's all I
Sandra
got to
Trevino.
say.
And if she's my friend or not, it's
I
really none of your
you
business.
said it's a joke right now, and it's not being run under me.
Ma'am,
So
the
hold
way
on,
you're
I'll
talking,
prove myself.
I think
Thank
I'm on
you.
a cartoon.
Now you can sit down.
I'm
You did
so-
very well.
excuse
You're wasting
me,
your
you
time.
tell me
We
to
know
sit down.
you're badgering me in favor.
Badgering
All
you?
roads lead to Alma. She brings people like you to talk for her. I don't.
not talking
I stand
for
up
her.
for my rights. I would want for you to bring the people over here from the businesses. I talk to them because I don't even go to their businesses and talk to them.
Shame on
That's
you.
your made up story.
Again,
Sorry. You're
that's my
wasting your
opinion.
time. You're making.
I'm
just,
not wasting my
you know.
time. I'm sorry.
Anyway,
You're wasting
that's
your time, ma'am.
people. You heard it. This town is a joke.
It
the
is a
way it's
joke.
being run, and I'm not the mayor yet. People on live stream, so I will do better. Thank you.
Oh, man, I'm afraid. I'm going to get on my knees and I'm going to pray, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity. First, my name is Raul Gawana. I live at 8544 South de la Cruz. And I just want clarification on something that I've heard twice that is going to affect, that may affect the whole town of Parlier. And that's a different mode of people paying for their water. I had heard that that the water, our water bills was going to be attached to our property taxes. So I just want clarification on that, if I'm hearing something right, if I'm hearing something wrong, because as you know, if anything gets attached to your property taxes,
It's more, yeah.
it's going to cost way more. You have the possibility of losing your property. So again, that's my
What's your
question.
name, sir?
Raul Gawana.
Okay. We did have that one on the agenda several months ago, and it didn't go anywhere. So what you might have heard was from the past of what was on the agenda on something that we were working on, because we were trying to recover a lot of the losses for the city, because there's a lot of losses right now, that especially with COVID, a lot of things didn't get paid. But it didn't go anywhere. It died. It just didn't get approved. So what you might have heard was from the past. And getting attached to your property taxes, that's one of the things that was going to go on the tax rolls. The only thing that I believe that our city finance director was working on, the ones that are in debt, like there's a debt on a property that haven't paid for years, and property owners just have like land there. So that might go onto the tax rolls, but that's still something she's still looking at. It's not everybody. It was on the agenda. It didn't get approved, so we didn't move forward on that.
So
But it
all-
was on the agenda.
So
Several.
all of us individual property owners don't have anything to worry about,
No.
correct? Okay, thank you.
It was on the agenda, though. That's probably what you heard from the past.
Yeah, like I said, I
Several
wasn't
months
sure.
ago. Yeah, yeah. It
Okay.
didn't go, and I think even the media was here that day too. It was something that they were trying to figure out how to make it work with the ones that were delinquent, because that's when a lot of people came in here. I don't know if you've seen it, where they said that there was people that have moved and they had the bill balance from the past owners, and they were getting a collection bill. And the city doesn't know when owners change, like when there's a new owner, unless they come in here and change the name. So there was an existing balance on that property. So we're trying to find ways to recover those losses. And that was one of the ideas, because other cities are doing that. But when that was presented here, it didn't make it. So
Okay, thank you again.
It died. Mhm. Anybody else? No? Okay, so we can move on to the next item, which is our consent calendar. Do we have anything on the consent calendar that anyone wants to pull for discussion? No? Okay, so do I have a motion to approve item number 1 and 2? Motion by Diane, do I have a second? Second by Sabrina. All those in favor? Motion carries 4 yes and 1 absent. So, could you put on the record that Trino had to leave on an emergency? Thank you. Regular business?
First item is consideration necessary action on resolution authorizing city manager to sign the contract with Bryant Jolly CPA and our for our annual financial audits. And this, I'm actually bringing this, Brian Jolly, this is a regular audit. This is something that we do every year, and he's the person that we go with every year. And so I just wanted to get a 3-year contract. So continue to do what we normally do.
We've been having, well, now it's the son, right? It's not Bryant.
Bryant,
It's
yeah.
Ryan, which is similar. Ryan Jolly instead of Bryant. Go ahead, Ally.
Oh, no, yeah.
If you want to
No,
add.
it is Ryan, who, his son, but the business is still called Bryant Jolly, you know.
Okay. I don't have any questions. I think that they've been doing a good job.
Yeah.
They've been here.
They know our books. They know our staff. So we've worked well with them for years.
Any questions? Any from the public? Okay. So do we have a motion to approve? Motion from Kathy. Do you have a second? Second by Diane. All those in favor? Motion carries, and that's resolution number 2022-55? Yes.
Okay, next item is consideration necessary action on resolution number 2022-56, authorizing city manager to sign the contract with Jerribu Nelson CPA for our annual daycare financial audit. And Jerribu Nelson is the person who does our annual daycare financial audit. Our audit is due here real soon, and so we need to get this contract also signed. And again, he's the one that does it every year as well.
For the Academy of Excellence?
Yes.
Any questions? Any from the public? Do we have a motion? Motion by Kathy, second by Diane. All those in favor? Motion carries. You know the resolution number, Dorothy? Yeah. Next item?
Next item is an update and approval of, just an update on the guidelines for the Parlier Business Assistance Grant and Loan Guidelines. And I know we've had several updates. And if you saw your staff report, if you notice in the staff report, there were a few updates that I put in there. And one of them was for the 30,000. I had put in there 30,000 is forgiven, but anything above 30,000 would be a loan. So I didn't put a cap, and so I need to go put a cap at 50,000. So anything above
Can you just
30,000.
make the amendments now? That way you don't have to bring it back again?
Yes.
Okay, so then on the record, Dorothy, that there's a cap of how much?
50,000.
Okay. Anything else that needs to be on
And
the
so
record?
I want to, in the guidelines, it talks about just retaining employees, but I also want to make sure in the guidelines we add that we want to also add employees. Add employees. And throughout the guidelines, it talks about businesses. Well, so here's the thing. Our guidelines are mixed, or CDBG guidelines, and it's also mixed with CARES. It's a CARES program, and so we need to ensure that the guidelines, part of the CDBG program is being able to have a business grow and add employees. And so with these funds, we want to be able to bring in businesses. And if they use the CARES funds, if they're adding employees, then they have to keep and they're using the employees for the $30,000, they have to keep those employees for a year.
And that's through the CDBG or the CARES?
The CDBG. And if they're using the CARES, the $30,000 forgiven.
Oh, okay, I see.
Just the 30, right?
Yeah.
I think make sure that that's on the minutes, it reflects that on the minutes, that way in case there's a question that we can look back.
And then with the guidelines too, if there's small little changes I make throughout it, I've just asked the council if I can have the authority to make the changes. If there's small changes throughout
I think
it.
if there's any changes that you need to make,
I can,
you can make the changes and just bring it to us to inform us of any changes that you've made. That way, at least we're aware of what's going on.
yeah.
Okay.
And then through the application process, what we're doing is I wanted to put in the guidelines that we're doing a setup or setting up a process where we have a grant administrator collect the documents, then it goes through the finance director. She does a report to give she feels yes or no recommendation, and then it goes to the city manager for final approval. So it takes takes the pressure off Ellie.
Okay. And also, it goes to several people. It's not just one person making that whole decision.
Yeah,
I like that.
and there's 3 people.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody have any questions? No? Any from?
Sonia, just where to bring it back to inform.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I will email you. I will email all of you a copy of the guidelines.
Yeah, and then just like she said, make sure that that's on there as well, Dorothy, that it reflects that any changes that are made, that just to inform the council, not for approval, just to inform the council of any changes.
Council meeting?
Huh?
You're gonna address that in the next council meeting? The changes?
No, I'm going to.
Just gonna email it then? Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Mayor, thank you for doing this. As you know, I always defending the business because I've been losing money, either with the COVID or by doing construction. And on this one, I'm happy, but I'm unhappy over the amounts that you guys are planning on lending. You know, because you're going to use that $30,000. It's only going to be 4 people getting the help. I will appreciate that you guys divide the money on the smaller amounts and provide to every single business that we got in Parlier. Because I know that all the business in Parlier got hurt, either by the COVID or some of them got twice, like the Fresno Street, the COVID, and also that to fix the street. So I will appreciate that you think also on dividing the money more equally than instead of providing $30,000 loan, you know. And as you know, it did not work before. You know, I don't know if we ever got the money that on the loans that we provided several years ago. And I don't think it will work, but I think it will work so you go ahead and make the amounts better for all the business in Parlier.
Okay.
That's what
Just
I'm thinking.
a point of clarification here. It doesn't mean that everybody's getting 30,000.
No, I know that.
The max is that.
No,
So if
I'm
there's a
saying-
if there's a small business that's coming in, it wouldn't be logical for them to get a $30,000 loan, because that's why it's just, these are the recommendations she's making to what's going to be the max. You know, what can be forgiven, and what's the max is what, 50? That doesn't mean that everybody's entitled to get 50. It depends on the business, and it depends on what their plans are. It's just the guidelines are going to say that that's the max. You cannot get more than that.
I understand.
And even if it's going to expand their business to, let's say, triple the size, that's the max that they can apply for. So every business that comes here and asks for some kind of help with those fundings, that's the max. They're not going to be able to go past that, and not everybody's going to be eligible for that. It just depends on what they're presenting to the grants administrator, to the finance director, and to Sonia.
I understand. I was worried on that $30,000. I was not worried on the $50,000 because I see that they're a qualifier on the different formula.
Yes.
And also, I don't know if
It's
the
not the-
CBD money, can we get the $20,000 to put the rents and that
What was that
out of
again?
this money?
No, that's not.
It's CBD money.
Yeah, no, that's for businesses. This is all businesses.
Okay, I just want to make sure because that
no.
was going to be my proposal to use $20,000 so we can have the community happy so they can
We
come
can't
and
legally
play.
use CDBG money on government buildings. You can't. No, you can't. That's illegal. Thank you. Anybody else?
Okay, so then that was just, did we need to approve that one, Sonia? Yes, huh? Do
Yes.
you have a motion to approve? Motion. Diane, second. Sabrina, all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 4 yes and 1 absent. Okay, thank you. We have no closed session today, so thank you guys for being here today and have a nice day or nice evening. Thank you. Bye. Meeting adjourned.